Good morning. Good morning. All right. Weird. We've had some back-to-back weird days for home runs. I'll tell you that right now. Although if you watch the YouTube videos back, we've had a lot of really good calls. We've had a lot of really good calls on the YouTube. So if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. I really appreciate it. I love posting these videos on there and then seeing what you guys are commenting about. So I appreciate that. But yeah, we got a small slate today, man. It's Thursday. It is June 26th. We have 9 games. 8 of them are day games. If y'all know me, you know my logic on day games. I think day games, personally, in the MLB are the worst product probably in any major sport when it comes to like primetime versus non-primetime games. There's like documented articles of pitchers saying that they can't perform in day games because they don't get enough sleep. Shout out Yusei Kikuchi. I said he needs like 12 to 14 hours of sleep. So for day game starts, it's really hard because he doesn't get enough sleep. And I think that extends across a lot of players. I think a lot of these guys, like, baseball players, they get to the stadium so early and they're stretching and they're doing batting practice, all this stuff, man. So I just don't think that they have enough time to be fully through their routines for day games. So I generally hate them. But we'll see what we got in store today. Maybe it's something good. Let's get into it. All right, so the way this flows, if you guys are new here or if you're watching on YouTube for the first time, what we're going to do is we're going to go through every single game, game 1 all the way down to game 9. We're going to go over, guys we like for home runs, guys we like for general props, so hits, runs, RBIs, or just hits. We'll talk in general. Sometimes if there's like a big outlier for like a team or an edge for a team to win, we'll talk about that. And then we'll recap at the end with just looking at the entire slate, all the different batters, and a top-down view of who's in the best matchups. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video so you can see that. Let's get into it. 9 games. First game starting out here, we got Mariners Twins. Off the bat, looks like a pretty tight game. 49% versus a 50% chance to win, so a 50-50 coin flip overall here for the game. Not great home run weather, but not terrible. Only 9% reduction, so not bad. Emerson Hancock versus Simeon Woods-Richardson. Woods-Richardson got absolutely cooked by the Brewers in the first couple times through the order. He ended up figuring it out, but he's known for meatballs, and so is Hancock. Emerson Hancock is known for meatballs. So, I mean, if there is a game for home runs today that looks solid, this is one of them. This is definitely one of those games. If we look at the pitch mixes, that's where we're starting. So pitch mix rating, if you click on a batter's name, by the way, this site that I'm using right here is the one right here, just directly to the right of my name, rudebets.com. There's a discount code on the screen for you there. But this tool is amazing for baseball. It's amazing for every sport, but baseball specifically right now, it is awesome. Pitch mix rating here is a new feature. It's been super helpful. Shows the runs above average for the batter, runs above average for the pitcher, and then the pitch frequency for all of these different pitch types on the left here. So you can see, how well does this guy perform with 0 being average, and how well does this guy perform with that pitch with 0 being average as well. So you can see here, he's a little bit above average. He's a little bit below average with a fastball. That's 45% of the pitches. All of this stuff is quantified into a rating from 0 to 10. So overall here, the 2 guys who have the best pitch mixes would be Cal Raleigh and J.P. Crawford. Raleigh, for a home run, you're not going to beat the break even here. When I say break even, I'm talking about what the fair odds would be based on the probability. So I have him with a 26% chance, which is a fair odds of plus 285. Books giving it to you at 210, 225. It's just tough at that level. I mean, it should be. ESPN bets closer here at 250. If you're on ESPN, I think 250 is okay for Cal, but I just don't love him at the 210 mark. I think that's way too juiced. So, I mean, he is the best option, though. Dominic Canzone is a sneaky good play here at plus 650. I really don't mind this. He's a small sample size guy with a 6.2 pitch mix rating. Hasn't faced Richardson. Only 39 at-bats versus righties, but he has 4 home runs. 3 of the 4, maybe even 4 of the 4, have all come really recently, like within the last week. 2.40 total bases per hit. Doesn't strike out or walk much. So he's putting the ball in play in, 78% of at-bats? Or 82% of at-bats, I mean. So that's a really good sign. So Dominic Canzone is one to watch today for a home run. I don't mind it. Only thing that makes me a little concerned for that would be his pitch mix. He's -2 runs against the fastball, so he does not do well against a fastball here, which is going to be about half the pitches that he would see from Richardson. But the secondary pitch, the slider, he's 9 runs above average, so he's really good against a slider. So if he can get a good slider and an at-bat, I think Canzone is a great option at plus 650 for a home run today. Could potentially be good for, HRR total bases too if you wanted to go that route instead of taking on the risk of a home run. He could be good for secondary props too. So Canzone is one to watch today. I really don't mind that leg. JP Crawford should be good for general props overall. His pitch mix is solid. Batting average versus the hand is solid. He's not a power guy, so don't be taking him for home runs really. But general props, JP Crawford does look really solid today. Julio, probably a fade on Julio, Polanco, and a Rosarena for me today. Just anything under 5 I'm not too excited about when it comes to a pitch mix rating. So yeah, for the Mariners today, it really is Cal Raleigh and Dominic Canzone with JP Crawford for general props. Going down to the Twins here. Against Emerson Hancock, some of these guys match up pretty well. I mean, I've gone back-to-back days trying to get Buxton to hit a home run. 0 for 2 on that. He's the best option today on this team. Another guy who I've also been having really highly on the Twins for home run probability is Cody Clemens, and both days that I'm on, Buxton, Clemens hits a home run, and I've thought about it. I thought about Clemens yesterday. I mentioned him in the video. If you go back and watch the YouTube video from yesterday, I said Clemens was good for a home run. The second best option behind Buxton on this team, and he ended up hitting one, and I did not take it. Right here, home run. And the day before, home run. So back-to-back games with a home run for Clemens. Does he go 3 days in a row? That's tough. I don't know. I think he's good value, though. If we look at Cody Clemens' line at plus 500, it's worth taking a shot. I think it's definitely worth taking a shot, but just know he's gone 2 days in a row. He's a red-hot bat. Talked about him yesterday and just didn't take it. That's always the painful one, is when you mention a guy and you don't take him. But anyway, and then Trevor Larnach, he is on the 1 to 1,000. That's scrolling below my name. Reason being is, honestly, I was really close to taking Cody Clemens, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on the back-to-back days. And Larnach did hit a home run in this series, so his bat is relatively warm. I would say he's a warm bat right now. If Clemens is a red-hot bat, I'd say he's a warm bat. And what goes up must come down. That's how I'm looking at Clemens today, is, what goes up must come down. So I still think Larnach is going up. A lot of high exit velocities here. You can see on the screen. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger for you. You can see it on the screen right here for Larnach. 101, 107, 107, 100, 106, 106. A lot of hard hit balls, which is a really good sign if you're looking for home runs here. And his home run was actually on his softest hit ball out of all of these in the last 20 at-bats. So if he can get another good launch angle on a 107-mile-an-hour hit, that's out of there. So I do like Larnach today at the value of plus 560. It also gets us to 1 to 1,000. I don't think Cody Clemens at plus 500 would have gotten us over that line. So Buxton now, his break-even 360, I think that's fair value. You could run Buxton back today too. Only problem is Byron Buxton. I don't know what's going on, but he's just... Oops, not Brian. All right, sorry, this site's really slow. His StatCast is kind of ugly. He's got a couple of hard hit balls in here. 104, 106, 109. That 109 was the home run. That was 18 at-bats ago, but he's got a lot of strikeouts in here, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of strikeouts, a lot of weak contact field outs. Does have one hard hit ball here, but he's kind of cooling off after having an insane run right here. This run was gnarly. 1, 2, 3, 4 homers in this 20 at-bat span. So he's cooling off. Like I said, what goes up must come down. It seems like he's on his way down, but he is a pretty good chance today at 25%. You could take Buxton as well. For general props, Trevor Larnach actually does look pretty good too. I really hope he hits second today. We'll end up seeing where he's in the order. If he hits second today, I do like him a lot for general props. Multiple at-bats against the starter with a 6.48 pitch mix is pretty good. So yeah, Buxton, Larnach, Cody for homers is solid. Larnach for general props. Possibly even Buxton for general props if you wanted to. He's just kind of cold. But yeah, 50-50 game. Next game, let's go A's-Tigers here. Jeffrey Springs versus Dietrich Enns. Dietrich Enns has not pitched in the MLB since 2021, so we are using his stats from 2021 season. Subject to change, especially when it comes to the pitch mix. So it's a little bit difficult to look at these guys in this game, especially for the A's, going up against a pitcher that hasn't thrown in 4 years. So we're a little bit in the dark. Like I said, these numbers are based on 2021 pitches. So let's just go look at, for example, what his pitch mix even is. So it seems like he has a really good slider. He's a lefty who's going to throw fastball, slider. His fastball is pretty average. His slider's really good, or it was really good. We'll see if that's how it goes again today. I'm sure it is. I doubt he's going to, in the last 4 years, work in a cutter, curveball, changeup, or splitter. Highly doubt that. It's probably going to be fastball, slider from him today with a heavy emphasis on really good sliders. So that being said, pitch mix is considering the fact that he has a good slider, so these guys don't really match up well against a slider. So I feel like I just have to fade the A's today because there's just not enough information on Dietrich Enns right now. On the other side, though, Tigers going up against Jeffrey Springs. Jeffrey Springs has been mid, gives up meatballs. Interesting here again, just like I said yesterday, it's exactly what happened. We don't really have lines for this game. I don't know why, but as you look through here, there's a lot of guys missing. But Jahmai Jones, plus 650, he's only going to hit until Jeffrey Springs comes out of the game. He did do well yesterday. He had a double. He looked pretty good against the lefty yesterday. He's really good against lefties in general. But Jahmai Jones, yeah, he has a okay pitch mix rating. He has a good home run probability. He's got good hits and batting average versus hand and total bases, all that. But it's limited. He's probably not going to stay in the game. They haven't kept him in the game yet. So really you're looking at 2, maybe 3 at-bats for Jahmai Jones. It's hard to take a guy when he's going to get pulled from the game. But if you want to take a really big long shot flyer, he is the one to do that with. Gleyber Torres, his pitch mix is a little low, but he hits really well versus lefties. Riley Green could be solid for general props today. Torkelson would be home run or bust. I don't mind Torque today, I guess. I mean, 426 is a little high. If you can get him at the plus 400, it's okay. Yeah, overall, though, just not a huge fan here. Negative 6% ballpark factor. In Detroit, it's not an easy place to hit home runs in general. Overall, tough game. We'll kind of have to see how this lineup shapes out. Wenceel Perez probably ends up getting slotted back in here, too. He could be a solid option at the plus 650 mark for a home run. Depending on where he gets put in the order, he's probably going to go somewhere around here where Dingler is if he gets slotted in, but we'll see. But yeah, these guys just don't match up too well in the pitch mix. The highest ratings of 5.25, so Riley Green would be your option here for the Tigers today for general props. But no one stands out. Blue Jays Guardians. I think this is actually officially the first game on the slate. 14% home run weather, which is great. Gosman versus Bibby. Both do give up home runs. Both can be good pitchers, though. Both can be good pitchers. We look at the pitch mix here. Vlad Guerrero, 6.13. He is the number one option for pitch mix, so I would say Vladdy for general props is definitely a good play today. That would be the number one option in this game for general props, him and Jose Ramirez. But if we're looking at home runs, his probability is a little low at 13%. His odds at plus 470 are okay. If you can get him at Bet365, plus 625 for Vladdy, that is a great line. That's where you want to see Vladdy for a home run today. If you get him around plus 600, that's good. Anything under, I don't think it's really worth it. Addison Barger at plus 488 is definitely worth it. His pitch mix is low. 3.2 isn't great, but he is good against a fastball, so he could hit a home run on a fastball today. Probably not going to do it against a slider or the curveball. But the priority pitch here is 44% fastballs, which he is 1 run above average in. So Barger, pretty solid option today for a home run at plus 400. I do not mind that. I think that's actually probably the best one in this game. Springer, he's not great with the pitch mix. None of these guys are really that great with the pitch mix. Heineman probably ends up not playing. If he does play, he could be solid for like a long shot for hits or hits, runs, and RBIs. On the other side, Steven Kwan doesn't match up well. Manzardo doesn't really match up well either. Jose Ramirez does match up well, but I think, he's 0 for 9 versus Gosman. He's good against the pitch mix, though, because he's really good against fastballs, which is 54% of the pitches. 37% splitter, he's also good against that. The Jose Ramirez for general props today could be pretty good. His home run odds, though, plus 420 is not really worth it. It's okay, but if that can move up to like plus 500-ish, that's where you'd want Jose Ramirez today. He would be the best option on this team for a home run, so if you really want to get someone on the Guardians, you think the Guardians are going to hit a homer today, I would take Jose Ramirez. Bo Naylor doesn't hit well enough against righties. Schneemann Schneemann at plus 700 is okay, actually. But I wouldn't really count on that. But Schneemann at plus 700 is okay. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, it's really just Jose Ramirez and Vladdy for general props. Barger as a home run long shot. It's kind of it for this game. It's unfortunate because it is a great home run weather opportunity today. So a little bit unfortunate that the pitchers are that good. This game, I don't see. There's nothing in this one. Houston versus Phillies. It's Chris Sanchez versus Hunter Brown, two really, really good pitchers. Nobody's going to match up well on the pitch mix against either of them. Especially on the Phillies side, they don't match up well against Hunter Brown at all. At all. Yeah, nothing even. Kyle Schwarber's the best. He's a 4 out of 10. Pretty ugly. On the other side, we have a couple 4.8 and a 4.29, but that's about it. Jeremy Pena, I guess, against lefties is pretty solid, so you could take Jeremy Pena for general props today. That'd be the only guy I'd even look at in this game. Jeremy Pena home run odds is plus 900. That is not bad. If somebody's going to hit a home run today, Jeremy Pena at plus 900 is probably your best option. Maybe even Cam Smith at the 870 mark, but Pena at plus 900 is not terrible. It's a long shot. I wouldn't expect it to hit, but it is good value, especially with how good he is against fastballs. But Chris Sanchez is dominant, doesn't really give up home runs, so I wouldn't expect that to hit. Caratini also at plus 800 isn't bad. His sample size is small. His pitch mix is terrible, but his power versus lefties this year, he's kind of hit a home run or gotten out. It's kind of what it is. Not really, but 3 total bases per hit's pretty insane. Pretty insane metrics. So those guys, Pena and Caratini, if you're looking for just a ridiculous long shot that you don't care if you lose, those two guys are great candidates for that. Nobody on the Phillies, though. I would even lean the Astros to win that game. Let's see what the money line is. Minus 136. That's fair value. I have it at minus 139, so pretty spot on. The odds are pretty spot on. There's not much value in it. It's okay at minus 136, but it's not like it's a huge edge there. Rays Royals. Going to the next one here. Rays versus Royals. 4% ballpark factor here at Kansas City, which is, if you're new to baseball, Kansas City, every single year, Kansas City is the bottom of the entire MLB in terms of home runs hit at that stadium, at that ballpark. So not many home runs hit here throughout the year. That's why you always see the Royals kind of at the bottom of the list in terms of home runs for a team. That being said, Bobby Witt isn't a bad option today. He has a great pitch mix. He has a great pitch mix today against Shane Baz. So actually, there's a few good options here. Let's start with the Royals, or the Rays, sorry. Let's just start with the away team. Pitch mix-wise, nobody matches up crazy good. Aranda's pretty good here. I would take Aranda for general props today. I think he looks really solid with a 6.82, almost a 7 out of 10 matchup, hitting 335 versus righties. So that's a solid play for general props. Aranda for a home run, though, not really a big home run guy lately, so I'm not a huge fan of him at the plus 500 mark or whatever. 5.83 for Brandon Lowe would be the second best. I do like him as a home run option today and general props. 20% chance to hit a home run, which is plus 400. They're giving you Brandon Lowe right now at plus 440. That is good value. He's 1 for 5 versus Lorenzen. He's good against the fastball. Lorenzen throws a little bit of everything. He's good against fastballs and changeups and cutters. But fastballs and changeups are the two pitches he's the best at. Mainly the changeup. So if you can get a good changeup today, that could be a good opportunity. Yeah, I do like Brandon Lowe for a home run. And Caminero also with a 21% chance is solid. His pitch mix is a little low. They're giving you Caminero here at plus 330 and plus 235. That's rough. Plus 330 isn't terrible. I think that line you could get away with. It's a little bit negative expected value on the break even. Ad. Hold on, YouTube people. We got to take a second. There's an ad on Twitch, so nobody can hear what I'm saying right now. Let me know when the ad's done, por favor. 235, yeah. Can you all hear me again? Is the ad done? I always forget the ads run on Twitch. Anyways, good. Okay. So I don't know if you heard what I said about Brandon Lowe, but I think he's good value at plus 440. I do like that play. Caminero, though, 21% chance. I think at plus 330, it's a little bit of negative expected value, so you can get away with that line. 235 is stupid. That's dumb. It's a terrible line. Wouldn't touch that. He does it 2.03 total bases per hit. His pitch mix, though, like I said, Lorenzen throws a little bit of everything, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. Especially when his secondary pitches are he has like 4 secondary pitches. You know what I mean? So interesting there. 38% fastball. Caminero is good against fastballs and sliders. He's bad against the other ones, though. So he's going to have to do it on a fastball or a slider most likely. At plus 330, it's not terrible. I like Brandon Lowe better in this matchup for the value, but Caminero does have 1% better chance to hit a home run today. Fair value at plus 376. So yeah, I think you can get away with either of those two for a home run today. But Brandon Lowe looks great for general props. Aranda looks great for general props. Yandy Diaz on a 15-game hitting streak. He also is pretty solid for general props. Although that does scare me because, like I said earlier, what goes up must come down. Baseball is a game of failure. A lot of times guys go 0 for 4, 0 for 5. So Yandy is bound to end that hit streak. You know what I mean? So it does scare me a little bit. But he matches up okay today, and he's hot. So could be solid for general props today for Yandy Diaz again. On the other side, Bobby Witt is the number one matchup in this game. 8.14 on the pitch mix. Only a 15% chance to hit a home run. He doesn't hit them that often. That's why. His odds are just cooked. That's the problem with Bobby Witt. His pitch mix is outstanding. He does have a home run in this matchup. It's only in 2 at-bats. But his oh my God, his odds are cooked at plus 280 and plus 230. Plus 230 is it's a Cal Raleigh and a Judge line. Like, Bobby just doesn't hit home runs enough to have that as a break-even number today. He just simply doesn't. I get it. The matchup is outstanding. Maybe you just go Bobby Witt for general props today. You just lean on him for hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases. So, Jack, only a 1.68 on the pitch mix. Really tough matchup for him. He's really bad against fastballs. He's good against the curveball. But that's kind of the only pitch Jack's good at so far this year. His only pitch he's positive runs above average on is the curveball. Cutter, he's -7. Splitter, -12. Changeup, -4. Fastball, -1.5. So, curveball is the secondary pitch here, so maybe he could get a hold of one on that. But he also has 0 home runs this year against righties, interestingly enough. But, yeah, Jack looks a bit tough today from that perspective. Only hitting 163 versus righties this year. Really tough matchup for him. Maikel Garcia could be solid for general props today, too. I think Bobby Witt's the best option in this game overall for general props. Probably would lean on him outside of a home run just because these odds are so cooked. Odds are just so cooked for Witt. He should not be plus 280 or plus 230. It's not really... I don't get it, but it is what it is. So Brandon Lowe, Caminero for home runs, Aranda... Low for general props, Bobby Witt for general props, maybe Maikel Garcia. That's about it. Once again, Twitch chat, this does get posted on YouTube, so if you want to go back and hear what I said over a second time, y'all can look me up on YouTube. I'll put the link in the chat in a little bit. Should be uploaded in like an hour and a half. Next game here, we have Cubs-Cardinals. Imanaga making his return versus Payante. I don't know how long Imanaga's going to go. He's for sure going to be on a pitch limit. I've been going for about 4 innings. So we'll see. He's looked really good in AAA actually too, so I think he's going to be pretty dominant today. Probably not on the strikeout side. I don't know about strikeouts for him, but overall his pitches should be pretty good. Cardinals should probably struggle. Cubs should win this game. But if we look at this, Kyle Tucker has a great pitch mix today, 7.12. Kyle Tucker's a general props guy today for me. Home runs. Plus 558 would be a really good line if that was on other books, but it's not. It's only on Pinnacle, which U.S. members cannot get. U.S. citizens cannot access Pinnacle. But plus 558 would be a solid line if you could get that. Plus 525 on ESPN isn't terrible either. Still a little negative expected value, though. So, 10 homers and 1.8 total bases per hit. 3.1 above the fastball. That's pretty good. Slider, he's not that great at. I think Kyle Tucker's a general props guy today. I think like a Kyle Tucker and a Bobby Witt kind of 2-man general prop play could be a really solid one today if you're doing hits, runs, and RBIs, both over 1.5. Could be really solid. Twin 937 and 48 PB. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. Appreciate the follows. What about Seiya? Seiya's a 4.44 on the pitch mix. Home run probability only 13%. His odds for a homer are 420 and 330. That's really bad on DraftKings. He has good power numbers. He's hit really well against Payante for average, not for extra base hits or home runs. But he's got 3 hits against him, 3 singles and 4 at bats. Pitch mix wise, Seiya's really good against changeups and splitters. He's pretty average against everything else. So Seiya, I mean, maybe he could be a long shot. He could get a meatball, but the best value here for a home run today would be PCAA, 17%, plus 488. They give you him right now at 480. It was 500 on the 1-to-1000 slip below my head. I got him at plus 500. He's now down to plus 480. And it's been like 20 minutes since I took the slip, posted it. So PCAA is the best option for a home run on this team today. 5.67 is a respectable pitch mix. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's neutral. 303 versus righties. I think PCA is the best option today for general props outside of Kyle Tucker. But for a home run, for sure, he's the best option here today. Nobody else really that exciting. Michael Busch, he's okay. Maybe he gets into one today, but plus 560 for Busch. It should be a little higher than that. Yeah, so PCA for the home run here today. Kyle Tucker looks great on general props as well. I like Kyle Tucker. So that Kyle Tucker Bobby Witt slip sounds pretty good right now for hits, runs, and RBIs or for hits. On the other side, like I said, Imanaga looked really good. I would not fade him in his first start back. Kind of let him show how he's progressed through this injury stint, see if he's good or not. Not really worth challenging him, in my opinion. I don't think it's worth challenging Imanaga. Maybe he goes out there and gets absolutely shelled, gives up a ton of runs, ton of home runs, but whatever. I'd rather just wait and see how he looks. So nobody on the Cardinals for me today is worth taking. So PCA and Tucker today are the two that look the best on the Cubs. Dodgers Rockies. This game has a lot of potential, but so did it yesterday, and it kind of did nothing until the 8th inning or whatever after the rain delay. Great home run weather in Colorado as always. As always. Kershaw versus Gomber. Kershaw, he's looked all right this year. But if we start with the Dodgers, Ohtani with an 8.03 on the pitch mix. Ohtani's odds are cooked. Where is it? Plus 135, plus 180. Yeah, it's just cooked. It's just cooked. I don't think it's a good value play. Although that being said, Will Smith looks really good today. He's got a 9.79 pitch mix rating with a 26% chance at a home run, plus 285. So plus 320 for Will Smith is an outstanding line here. I really like the Will Smith line. Teoscar's a little lower on the pitch mix, but he's way higher on the home run probability. I think Teoscar is a great option for a home run today. Plus 250 is where I got it. Actually, I got it a little higher than that on the 1-to-1000 slip at the bottom. I still think plus 250 is okay for Teoscar. Will Smith is probably a little bit better value. They're about even in terms of value. But Will Smith is solid today. Teoscar is solid today. Tommy Edman, I love taking Tommy Edman for home runs against lefties. Plus 450 for Edman for a home run is great value. That's another great value play. Enrique Hernandez as well. Plus 440, not a bad value play. There's a lot of options for home runs today. His pitch mix is just a little low. And Andy Pages, unfortunately, I don't think his odds are, plus 360 isn't really good value. His pitch mix is good. Pages for general props today is pretty solid. Overall, a lot of guys on the Dodgers today will be really good plays for general props, though. So I don't really need to tell you that Dodgers look good for general props. You could take almost anybody and be fine and have good value. On the other side, Jordan Beck. He's the best option for a home run, but against Kershaw, a lot of these guys don't match up well. Kershaw is still really good. Hunter Goodman does have a good pitch mix, but he's bad against lefties. So really it would be Jordan Beck on the Rockies for either general props or like a super long shot plus 500 home run play. That'd be it. Marlins Giants. Negative 25% ballpark factor, so probably not a good game for home runs again. There was a 1 or 2 yesterday, but there was pretty much nothing going on until the 8th inning in that game, actually, and then it went to extras. But Jansen Junk versus Birdsong. Against Birdsong, once again, I mean, I just don't take Marlins. There's nobody that matches up well. Stowers maybe for a hit, but Sanchez maybe his pitch mix is too low. It's really just Stowers, I guess. Not really interested in the Marlins. On the other side, though, Jansen Junk, I mean, he hasn't pitched much, but he's been pretty solid, so these guys' pitch mixes don't look good. This game's a fade to me. Just with the weather factor, I just feel like it's such a fade. It's just such a fade. Xavier Edwards, only a 3.96 on the pitch mix. He could be okay for a hit with his batting average, but against Birdsong, he just doesn't match up that well with the pitch mix. He's negative against the fastball, and he's average against the slider. Although Birdsong's slider is bad. But, I mean, Xavier Edwards, you really just want to target against cutter throwers. His main value is against cutters, which this guy doesn't throw any. So his pitch mix is a little low, but I think you can get away with him for like a hit or something. I think you can get away with him for a hit, but I just don't. The Marlins just don't do it for me. Overall, this game is just a fade. The home run weather isn't there, so you're just gonna have to play for hits, and it's a game of failure. Like I said, I don't like those types of games where it's really bad home run weather. It's probably gonna be a really low scoring game again. It was trending on being like a 2-run game last night until the end of the game. It ended up blowing up, but the same thing with Braves Mets. Just a tough pitching matchup. Grant Holmes versus Griffin Canning. This one also seems to me a little bit like a fade. Acuna with a good pitch mix, but his home run odds are just cooked. Ronald Acuna plus 320, plus 360, not really worth it. I think he's more of a plus 400 guy today, plus 450. Just not great. He's good for general props. He's been ice cold. So I think Acuna is due for a bounce back today. But outside of that, nobody really looks that good. Matt Olson maybe for general props with the 5.61. Tough matchups overall, though. Same thing with the Mets. They don't match up well against Grant Holmes either. I mean, Soto and Alonso for home runs are okay today. Pete Alonso at plus 300. I don't love that. And then Soto at plus 360. Soto at plus 360 is probably the best option. He had 2 homers yesterday, though, so don't know that he goes deep again. Lindor with a 4.53 on the pitch mix is not great. Plus 400 for Lindor, I mean, that's okay as well. All still negative expected value. Nimmo at plus 520. His pitch mix is too low. His home run probability is good with that, but his pitch mix is way too low. So yeah, this game overall is just not that interesting either for me. Probably going to be pretty low scoring. Let's see what the total is. 8.5. Heavily favored to the over too, actually. Not heavily, but favored to the over. I think that's an under, honestly. I think minus 100, that's actually not bad value for the under. But yeah, so it'd be Acuna and Matt Olson for me in this game. And then on the other side, maybe Soto or Alonso for general props or a home run, but looks pretty rough on the pitch mix. They just don't match up well. Yeah, that is all 9 games. It's a small slate today. We just don't have that much going on. If we look at pitch mix from the top to bottom, total batters here, 0, 10 out of 10s, a 9.87 with a guy who might not even play today. Will Smith is overall the number 1 batter. Bobby Witt is also great today with his pitch mix of 8.14. You can see the rest right here. Anything 8 and above is what we target for a great matchup. 6 to 8 is favorable. So 8 and above is great. These guys are favorable. Like I said, Bobby Witt and Kyle Tucker is a pretty good option for hits, runs, RBIs. Today's a hits, runs, RBIs day. It really is. It's just like a general, like, maybe even just 1+ hit, things like that. We look at home run probabilities. Teoscar's number 1, Tommy Edmonds number 2. Talked about how I like both of those guys for their value. Jahmai Jones and Caratini are both insane long shots. Don't think that they're particularly great options, but they're good value as long shots. Will Smith, Cal Raleigh, not worth it for Cal. Will Smith is worth it. He's good today, too. So a lot of Dodgers. Teoscar, Tommy, and Will Smith. One of those 3 will probably go deep today. Ohtani, his odds are cooked. Buxton, he's good value. Clemens is good value, but he's too hot, so it's kind of scary. Canzone is great value. Lowe's good value. Caminaro's odds are a little cooked. Beck is a long shot. So yeah, we got some options here. If we look at batter strikeouts, this is probably a pretty good spot to look today, too. You could take batter strikeouts. So let me do something real quick, actually. I'm going to take a batter strikeouts play. I want to look into that. Pull up my book. All right. So let's see what we can find here with. Okay. So I'm using a funded account here on the left side. Y'all can do it right. You can just look up player profit and then use code RUDEBETS. You get 10% off getting a funded account. But this account I have about $50,000 in. It's not my own money, so I'm not risking my own money here. That's the whole entire point of getting a funded account is you get to bet with somebody else's money, not your own. You just pay for the account, and then from there, it is not your money to lose. I love the idea of it. It's actually insanely good. But if we go look at like batter strikeouts, let's go look at Riley Green. Let's look at Riley Green. I just want to see what his line is. Maybe there's a favorable line here. If we go down here to batter strikeouts, this could be a good area to focus today. Player strikeouts. Oh, that's player batting strikeouts. There it is. Let's see if we can get a over 0.5 line. So we can't today. They're not offering it. Where's Riley Green? Over 1.5. Plus 210 is not bad value for that, actually. I don't think that that's that bad of value. So just for examples purposes, right? So I'll put $1,000 on it. It's only one unit for me, right? $50,000 account. My unit size is $1,000. Once again, I could never do that on my own. I can only do that because I'm using a funded account. Code RUDEBETS, 10% off player profit. Highly recommend doing it. But yeah, so $1,000 to win 2,100. I would keep 70% of this 2,100. They keep 30%. I think that's a good risk. But then we could also look at like, because it's against Kershaw, it's probably not going to get it. But I really wanted to get Jordan Beck for one at like minus 210. If I can find that, I'll be very happy. Don't know that we will. Jordan Beck, 1.5. See if there's anybody else on this list. Ryan McMahon, no. Shohei Ohtani minus 215 for a strikeout. That actually might not be terrible. That could be okay. Don't know if I'm going to do it, though. Yeah, they got all these lines on here, right? You can take anything you want. Look at all these different types of lines that they have. So if you just dive in for a little while and then look at the tool and find it, we can look for like batter walks, even Ronald Acuna to walk. That actually might be one. I'm going to look at that real quick. Ronald Acuna for a walk could be interesting. I don't mind that. Player batter walks. Ronald Acuna minus 105 for a walk. I think that's pretty good value. Put 1,000 on that as well. So yeah, that's player profit. Highly recommend signing up if you guys have not done so yet. Once again, code RUDEBETS, 10% off any funded account. You can use that code as many times as you want. So, but yeah, I think that's going to conclude the stream today. We got the 1 to 1,000 slip right here. Once again, if you missed it, it is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Day 27. We've been really, really close on this. Let's hope we get it done. It's a hard day for the home run slate today, realistically. You can see right here, it's really top heavy on the Dodgers. And then we got a lot of long shots with poor pitch mix ratings. So good luck today if you're doing home runs. I think personally the smart move today is going to be hits or hits, runs, and RBIs, maybe even pitcher strikeouts, which if you guys sign up for RUDEBETS right now, code on the right side of my screen, we do have a leaderboard for all of that. So you can look into all the different pitching projections, look at strikeouts and their matchups, hits allowed, earned runs, pitching outs, all this stuff, right? So everything you could think of is on this site. Come join rudebets.com, and good luck today. I'll catch you all tomorrow.